YTBC, what's the deal? Well, now we know that Anthony Joshua is getting ready to fight Charles Martin. I'm curious, where is Joseph Parker? Where does he go from here? Now, I've spoken this earlier in my when I was announcing that Martin and Joshua was made, because Parker called out Joshua on video, saying that he wanted to fight Joshua because he is the rated #1 guy at the WBO and Joshua's #2. But Joshua went a different route, and he's going to compete for IBF title. So where does this leave Joseph Parker now? We know that a lot of guys have turned down fights to go to New Zealand. Erkin Tepper, Chris Arreola, Shannon Briggs. The list goes on and on. Lucas Brown went another direction to get the Chigayev fight instead of fight Parker. It was supposed to be for $1 million for a 3-fight deal. That went through. Or it fell through, rather. So where does this go with Parker? So I pulled up the WBO rankings. Now they have Joshua #2. Fight's not happening. #3, they have Vladimir Klitschko. From what I'm still thinking Klitschko Fury 2 is going to take place. Povetkin #4, not going to happen. #5, Alexander Ustinov. He's a part of that WBA tournament. I doubt that's going to happen. Although he does have to fight Luis Ortiz if Ortiz gets past Tony Thompson, either on or before June 19th. Okay. #6, Carlos Takam. That's who I think Parker might end up fighting, because the guys that were calling out were, guys that were rated by the sanctioning bodies. And Carlos Takam is a very dangerous guy. I think he is a top 15 heavyweight regardless of sanctioning bodies. If I had to pick 15 heavyweights, he would be in my 15. Okay. He's #6. Andy Ruiz Jr., #7. #8, Michiel Wallisch, young German prospect who I've done a prospect watch on. Go watch the video. That'll be a decent fight. Andrei Fedosov is #9. He's a good fighter, come forward guy. I've seen him fight Brian Jennings, and I've seen him win the Boxino tournament. He beat Donovan Dennis in a good fight, and he showed he had a decent outing with Jennings before that fight got stopped. #10, they have Edmund Gerber. Be a good fight, but they've said that Gerber has already turned down a fight with them in the past. #11, Malik Scott, another good fight. Malik Scott's a guy that would travel. I've seen him fighting, and he went and fought Derek Chisora. Speaking of Chisora, he's #12. And they were trying to get him to fight Helenius. Now we know Helenius is going to fight Duhaupas. Okay, then Arthur Spilka is #14. Because at 12 and 13, it must be a glitch in the system, because they have Chisora twice. And then #14, they have Spilka. Spilka also said he wants to make a return and get right back in the mix. He wants a shot at Charles Martin, he said, but Martin's going to fight Joshua. But he wants to get some fights under his belt. I don't know if a fight with Parker is a fight that he wants under his belt. But Derek Chisora would be a valid candidate, I think, to go and fight Joseph Parker. But Parker was willing to fight the #2 guy, Joshua, to solidify who's the #1 guy. You know what I mean? So if he was willing to do that, now maybe him and his team see something in Joshua. Hey, he's a prospect just like us. Maybe they were looking at that. I don't know how they were viewing Joshua, but if they were able to take on Joshua, who's #2, you would think they'll be willing to take on the #6 guy, the #8 guy, any other guy. Because what I don't want to see is Parker take a step back, man. I don't want to see him take a step back. I think we need to progress step forwards. I'm not saying he should, jump off the porch and jump right into a Klitschko fight or something like that, but either fight another high-level prospect or take on one of these guys that are rated in the top 15 by the WBO. Chisora would be a good fight. It's a winnable fight. Malik Scott, he's not a big puncher. If they're trying to worry, if Parker team is worrying about protecting his chin. You know what I mean? Scott isn't a guy that's known for knocking guys out. So now Michiel Wallisch, I know he was talked about fighting another highly rated German prospect. They're trying to get Michiel Wallisch in there with Tom Schwartz, and I don't know if that's going to happen, but that was rumored. But there's some undefeated prospects, and they're both rated by different sanctioning bodies. So I like to see that fight. I like to see Joseph Parker fight any of these guys, man. Michiel Wallisch, anybody, any of these guys. Now I know what was the guy's name from Australia that was calling him out? Is it Solomon Huamono? That's the guy's name. The guy that knocked out Kayotaro Fujimoto. What's that guy? I believe it's him, but I know he was calling him out. Now he did knock out Fujimoto pretty bad. He has a decent record. He's on a win streak, but he's been beat, stopped by Kevin Johnson. Man, now I guess for that region of the world it'd be an okay fight, but even some of the fans I've seen from New Zealand don't like that fight. So I'm interested to read some of you guys' comments. But what do where do you want to see Joseph Parker go? And what is he going to do? He has, they're scheduled to have him fight April 17th in April, so they're going to have to make a decision here. I don't want to see them take a huge step back and bring in Jason Gavin. Nothing against Jason Gavin. I always get at Jason Gavin, but I just don't want to see a Travis Walker or a Paul Butlin, or I don't want to see those type of guys. You know what I mean? I want to see somebody with a good record, probably another good prospect, but somebody with a decent record and something that's going to show us something. You know what I mean? Show us something about Joseph Parker, because I think Anthony Joshua would have showed us something about Parker. Whether Parker would have won that fight or not, it would have been a test. And I just want to see Parker to continue to test himself. Don't take step backwards. Don't be stagnant, man. Keep progressing. Keep trying to test yourself. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. But what do y'all think Joseph Parker is going to do? And what is this team going to decide? I'm waiting for the news, man. But we'll see. YTBC. I'm out.